Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I filmed this makeup look of a more sculpted, defined kind of look. So we mainly focused on contouring, highlighting blush, and creating different shapes with our eyes. I hope that you guys like this video. Please subscribe, please comment on what you guys want to see next from me. So let's get into the video. So first I like to start off with my skincare products. Skincare is so important to be below our makeup, how our makeup sits every day. It's good to have our hydrating products underneath our makeup as well. So first I start off with hyaluronic acid. So I literally, the way that this product works, because I use Aspect Doctor, so this one works best with water, also applied with it. So before even filming, I went and washed my hands so that my hands were still quite wet. So it pushes the hyaluronic acid deeper into the skin. Because if we're just going to apply the product, it's just going to be a film on top of your skin, so it's basically just going to sit on your skin and go nowhere. So the water pushes it deeper into the skin. So I kind of blend it into my skin until it feels like there's almost nothing there and that I've already pushed it down. And now I'm going to be using the Lovely by Skin Institute moisturizer. So I use the Daily Light Hydration, which is mainly for oilier skin. These days my skin is a lot more oilier, where usually my skin is quite dry. So I'm stocked up on very hydrating moisturizers, where this one is just a really nice everyday one. It sits really nice underneath your makeup, it's not too heavy. And now I'm going to be using my Aspect Doctor eye cream. So I just use a dime piece. This product is called Eyelift, and it's really good for brightening underneath the eyes, where I have really dark circles in the corners of my eyes, so this really brightens it. So you can kind of see the difference already, how it's really brightened up underneath my eye. Kind of take this around the brow as well, because this is where I'm the darkest. So I always use my ring finger for when I do my eye cream, because I was always told that that's the most gentlest finger to use around your eye. Keeping in mind that the eye is the thinnest part of our skin on our face, so it's the most gentle place you need to be to not create wrinkles, fine lines, same thing. I'm going to be applying another eye cream on top of that one. Since that did the brightening for us, I need a little bit of hydration, so I'm going to use the Bobbie Brown Enriched Eye Cream. I'm not sure if this is the actual size. I got it in a Make a Beauty loot box, so it's actually a decent amount for eye creams. So with this one, I don't really focus it anywhere in particular. I just kind of focus around where I might get a little bit drier. So especially around the eyes with creasing with your concealer, it's really good to add hydrating products around your eyes and also around the nose, because it's where you get the cracking around the nose. And also sometimes around the lips, the smile lines and all. It's kind of everywhere. Apply it wherever you want. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing my brows, and I'm going to be using the Anastasia pomade in the shade Soft Brown, and I'm going to be using the Anastasia brow brush, and I'm not really going to talk in detail. It's a process, so I'm kind of just going to skim through it and tell you how I did it, I guess. Okay, so now that I'm done with the brows, I'm just going to clean them up a tad. So I am going to be using the MAC 24-hour concealer. Any concealer will work. And then I just take a little bit on the back of my hand and grab the concealer brush. And then I just try clean up underneath the brow and shape it how I want it. And when I have placed my concealer, I'm just going to grab a fluffy brush. I just use an eyeshadow brush and I just buff it out. And then sometimes I go around the outside just because it's a little bit harder to get your foundation around your brows, so it's a good idea to use concealer just so that you don't find any patches left around anywhere. Sometimes go over the front of my brow with my concealer brush just to kind of blend it together so it doesn't look too harsh. Okay, so now I'm going to start with my base. So I'm going to start with a Byterry primer. This is the hyaluronic hydra primer. So I'm going to use this mainly on my T-zone. So now I'm going to start with my foundation. So I'm going to be using the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I am in the shade Deauville L4, which is light 4. I'm going to be using a junior sponge. So I'm just going to pop that on the back of my hand so I can control the product more. So now I'm going to be contouring, and I'm going to be using a cream product to keep things looking a little bit more natural. So I'm going to be using the Anastasia. There's a lot of Anastasia. The Anastasia foundation stick, and this is in the shade Chestnut. So I'm just going to be applying it right below this bone, the cheekbone. And that's how much I'm going to apply, and I'm going to do it bit by bit so that the product doesn't dry out. So then when I'm using the cream products, I like to use upwards motions, so it's not dragging the face down, it's dragging it up. I want to apply a little bit more product, so I'm just going to apply a little more when I need it. And then I'm just going to go around my temples, up there, up. Oh. I'm just going to blend that out. Okay, now I'm going to be going in with my concealer, and I'm going to be using the same concealer that I use underneath my brows. So it's the MAC Studio Fix 24 Hour Concealer, and I'm in the shade NC25. So the way that I apply it is I apply it right in the inner corner where I'm the darkest, and then just right on the outer edge, and then just blend it out, and then that will cover the whole underneath the eye. We don't need much product for that. Okay, now I'm going to set my under eyes, and I'm going to be trying the Hourglass Veil powder. I got this also in my beauty lip box. So I'm just going to sort of bake with this product. I don't want to use too much product, just very lightly. Quite hard to control on such a small lid. So mainly just focus on this area here. So that's sort of lifting up the face. And just in the center of my forehead. And then just underneath my contour. Now I'm going to be using my crease color with my contour brush again, and that's just going to create a really nice neutral bronzy look. It's going to create some natural definition to the eye. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to use a small brush like this. This is the Morphe M562. So I'm just going to apply it from the base and then apply it on my eye. So with this product, I'm just going to mainly focus it on the outer portion of the eye, and I'm kind of going to bring it up to shape the eye. Very slightly. And I'm going to grab a clean fluffy brush and blend that out. So for this eye look today, I'm mainly going to be using the Tati Beauty palette. This has a really nice warm brown, and it also has a really nice deeper brown. So that's going to be a perfect way for us to create a defined eye, just to shape it. So I'm going to start off with the light brown. So the first color I'm going to be taking would be Soothe, which is the matte brown. So I'm going to be using this brush here, making sure that it's still pointy at the end so that I can still focus the product on where I'm wanting to place it. So I'm mainly just going to bring this color into my crease and then just attach it to my lash line. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking the matte ritual shade, and I'm mainly going to focus this product on the lash line. Okay, so we created that darker line on the outer corner, so that's kind of giving us the cat eye look. So it's kind of So you can make it darker in the corners, but I like to lighten it through here, and then I kind of clean up near the end of the liner by lightening it, and then I kind of go through and darken where I want to. So I kind of like light through here, and then a little bit of a shade through here, and then darker the outer corners. So that's what I'm kind of going to do. I will talk you through how I do that. So I'm just going to use the shade Aura, which is a nice white base. So this is kind of how it's looking at the moment. With this shading, I'm kind of going to bring it in very slightly just to kind of blend it out so it's nice and seamless. So at this point I'm happy with the eyes, so I'm going to leave it for now, and I'm going to do wing liner. So I am going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hills wing liner. Wing liner is an easy way to create that look that you want with the eyes. I don't know how to explain wing liner. It's really hard to do wing liner on camera. That's how I like to do my wing liner. I like to do it quite thick, but quite long. I kind of just go to where my brow meets. But I also like doing the inner corner because then it kind of brightens my eyes comparing. Does it? Makes my eyes look bigger. Okay, so I finished my wing liner on this side. Now I'm going to do the other eye. So now I'm finished with my wing liner, and that has added some definition to my face. It has made my eyes look a whole lot bigger. So now I'm all done with my eyeliner. I'm going to go in with my mascara. I'm going to be trying the Mercier Caviar Volume Mascara. I'm not a massive fan of that mascara. I'm going to use my all-time favorite on the side and just compare. Yeah, I definitely have a fan fave. Now I'm going to be moving on to my base makeup, so I'm going to start contouring now. So for my contour, I'm going to be using the Nars Bronzing and Highlighting Palette. I'm mainly going to be using Casino. Okay, now I'm going to be using the MAC blush, and this is the shade Warm Soul, and I'm mainly going to be focusing this from the bottom of my contour all the way up to my temple almost, just to kind of get that effect of face lift. rather than face down, sag. So now I'm going to be doing highlighter, and I'm going to go back in with my Nars highlighting and bronzing palette, and I'm going to be using this goldeny shade here, and I'm going to be using my Morphe brush. This is the Morphe M510. So I just apply that right above the blush where I kind of want the sun to hit. So I apply a little bit on the very tip of my nose, and then the bridge, and my cupid's bow. I also like to apply it on my brow bone and then kind of connect it. So now I'm going to be lining my lips with my MAC lip pencil, and this is the shade Subculture. And now I'm going to be taking my Bare Minerals lipstick in the shade Kitty and apply that all over the lips. And now I'm just going to be applying the Fenty Cream and Fenty Glow all over the lips. And that is pretty much the makeup look all completed.